Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another mock draft review. Today we'll be reviewing CBS Sports Analyst Josh Edwards mock draft, who made this on February 16th. I don't think I've done this yet, so we're gonna go straight into it. Again, this is gonna be not what I would do. I just want to get another opinion. I want to see what they did, and just basically what my thoughts on each of those prospects he chose and how they fit in each team. It's not a knock on this guy. I pay to do this, and I don't. So it's just gonna literally be kind of like that. So it's just gonna be like, hey, this is what this guy picked. Hey, do I like it or not? Let's see. First pick, the Raiders take Fernando Mendoza. Pretty easy pick. In terms of actual production, it's been so crazy. I can't really like regurgitate the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But it's literally so easy. He's a good frame, good arm. Stats are there, and 6 interceptions, 47 touchdowns. Really good. Like there's not much to be desired. There has been a little issue sometimes in the Ohio State game where he didn't really produce that much towards the end, but he has that clutch gene which teams really like, and I think that's a little underrated for his prospect his prospect overview, right? People would say he has a lot of leadership, which is 100% true. He has a lot of leadership, but in terms of like actual physical tools, he's not like the most physically gifted ever, but he is very clutch down the stretch. You saw that with Penn State, you saw that with Ohio State, you saw that with Miami, you saw that just any time they needed to win a game that year, he drove down and got it. You saw that with Oregon for an extent for a little bit when it was getting a little wishy-washy there. Iowa, it was actually like a really good clutching. I think people are really overlooking his clutching. I think he can be really clutch in the NFL too. Regardless of how he does it, he finds a way to get it done. It's either a back throw to Omar Cooper Jr. where he makes a crazy catch, or a scramble and extending out like a Heisman, like a true champion. He will do that for you, and this guy will die on the football field for you, and he will lead you till victory, and that's really the best part. So we're gonna go with Fernando Mendoza here. Not the worst idea in the world. Second pick, the Jets take David Bailey, edge out of Texas Tech. People are very high on David Bailey. I'm not as high as David Bailey as some others. I think he would probably go 7 for me if I had to choose, but some people are really high on David Bailey. I think David Bailey has explosiveness, like off the wazoo. I mean, off the charts explosiveness. He does have potential to be a 3-down lineman. Right now, I don't think he is that, but I think the Jets can develop him into that. Maybe even the Titans, if he finds a way to get a Robert Sala, even the Commanders. Those 3 are the best scenarios, and obviously he's getting mocked in those scenarios. So if those guys get it, I think the Jets, out of all places, would be the worst to take David Bailey here, because you don't really know how much, like, he's a project. He's a crazy project, right? Same with Arba Reese too. He's a crazy project. I think Bain is the most surefire out of these top 3 edges, or like these top 3 defensive players being taken off the board. I think Ruben Bain is the most surefire, but with the most production and with the most 3-down lineman like readiness in the NFL. But David Bailey can definitely develop into that. He's a little bit of an older prospect, but that doesn't really matter. And if production is good, but there is problem with his idea of just where is he in terms of his running stopping abilities. But the past game, he's been so great, so you take him for that just alone. The Cardinals take Spencer Fano. I think people really overlook Spencer Fano going here. I think he can definitely go here. It really depends on how they just rely on him. He has him as his first position rank and his 6th as his prospect rank. I don't think him having his at his first position rank is too crazy. Like I think there's not terrible. I know people are higher on Fano than Maui Noah in some cases, right? But I think I'm higher on Maui Noah, but you can't really go wrong with either. You need your bookend tackles, and Jonah Williams at right tackle and or slide into guard. Exactly. You're literally just doing this for more offensive tackle depth. And I know this is one of the weaker tackle classes, but these 2, 3, 4 guys that are probably projecting going into the first round, I really like this top heavy class. Maui Noah, Fano, and Monroe Freeling. In my opinion, Monroe Freeling is my offensive tackle number 3. I think these guys can really make some noise in the NFL, and I think we're overlooking Fano a little bit and saying Maui Noah is going to go with the first pick, first offensive tackle pick. I can definitely see Spencer Fano going, so don't hate this pick at all. The Titans take Arvo Reese. I'm so used to Jets taking Arvo Reese, so I just kind of like automatically say it's like automatic. But the Jets take, say it again. The Arvo Reese goes to the Tennessee Titans, and I think this is definitely good. He is more, he never really played that true edge. Like he's not, like I said yesterday, he's not like Abdul Carter or Michael Parsons where he had a full year at edge at a certain college, right? So there's a little to be desired there, but he can definitely play a full-time edge role if you need him to in the NFL. But he can also has the capabilities of playing off-ball linebacker too. Think of it like Brian Burns, who can also play. Who's primarily playing edge, but he can also play off-ball if you need him to drop into coverage. So I don't really hate that pick at all. And I think Robert Saleh has good experience with his defensive ends in search of like Nick Bosa. He also had his Jets days, all that stuff. He probably even more great defensive ends, but right now definitely his more prominent one was Nick Bosa and Bryce Huff and all those guys. So very good pick here. I think if Aubrey's falls to 4, you take him and stack up, no question asked. Giants take Cardinal Tate out of Ohio State, so I definitely think that too. Yeah, so I've said this before. I don't think the Giants will be taking a chance on Wan'Dale Robinson anymore. I think he'll probably go to Tennessee because they have a lot of weapons. I can maybe make a video on that, on where his best landing spots are. I don't really know if anyone wants that, but I can. But Cardinal Tate, again, is a really good X and Z. I think people are underrating him on the X. I think he can definitely play X, but the Giants don't need an X because they already have a league. So just take Cardinal Tate here. So Cardinal Tate is very good with his physical abilities, route running, catch point, home run abilities. It's just really good. Sometimes he is a little inconsistent, but he's definitely would be good. A good pick, and the Giants need a weapon in that room. And with John Harbaugh, I can definitely see them going Caleb Downs, but Matt Nagy would probably want a type of receiver that will really elevate this offense too, because he had those good receivers in Kansas City, and he tried his best with it, and then obviously Mahomes tore his ACL, so that was a whole problem. But maybe you can get Matt Nagy and Jackson Dart more specifically, and just another weapon, another consistent weapon. Like, people will probably be mocking Jordan Tyson if you mocking us, and like not mocking him, but like mocking him here to the Giants if he was so like less injury prone, but he is very injury prone. So the Giants will take a chance on the more safer prospect. I know Cardinal Tate does have some injury history, but it's not as big as Jordan Tyson. And McCollum is a little bit of a smaller guy, so they probably won't go him here. They need a true wide receiver too. So I think taking Cardinal Tate here is something worth studying in the road. Oh, whoa. Or the Browns trade back. Sorry, the Browns trade back and take Caleb Downs. That is crazy. So I'm assuming they probably trade 12 and 20 to Cleveland, or probably next year's first or something. But wow, that's really crazy. So they have the Jerry Jones is going to do what Jerry Jones wants. Okay. I can agree. I guess. The Dallas Cowboys are kind of in a win now mode in some scenarios, right? You obviously have an aging quarterback, and Dak Prescott is not getting younger. Obviously, he's still playing at a really good level, but this team is also getting older. I know you invested on the offensive line, but CeeDee Lamb is getting younger. George Pickens was taken in 2024, so that wasn't really, 2022, so that wasn't really that big of a deal. But in terms of like actual like age, this team is getting up there, so I can definitely see them going Caleb Downs, and it's a real trend setter, a real tone setter, and I know people really are high on Caleb Downs. I am too. There's just not much wiggle room. There's not much more there's not like much more upside you can get from him, right? He's just gonna be a consistent guy. He's gonna be 100% consistent guy. He's produced wherever he's gone. He will definitely be producing in whatever scheme he goes into, no matter what team he will be producing, right? It's just the problem is positional value, and also just like how much more upside can Caleb Downs get? He's already playing at such an elite level. Like, what's the point, right? He's not like generational, but he's kind of like once every 5 years type of guy, right? He's not like the best guy you'll ever get, but he's so good, he's so consistent. He will 100% get you some good tackles and some good leadership. So 100% agree with that. So the Cowboys take a shot here. I don't know how I would feel about the Cowboys trading up here. I think it's a little bit impulsive, but yeah, you definitely want some more youth, but I don't know. I just think that there's so much more holes trading away presumably 2 first-round picks. I don't know if the Browns, I don't know where they land. I'm pretty sure it's 12 and 20. They would probably be it's a little too much in my opinion. So there's a lot, but it's not the worst move for Caleb Downs. The Commanders take Ruben Bain Jr. I think 100% this is a great pick. I know Dan Quinn loves his edge rushers, and I think they really lack edge threat off in Washington, and this team is also getting very old, so why not take a younger guy? Ruben Bain Jr. produced, again, really good. I know there's concerns with his ankle and his ability to his first step ability and all that, but he plays so valiant, and his hand placement is so good, and he just produces, and he just somehow beats you. I know there's problems with some of the longer tackle guys, but he still produces against them too. So why are you really concerned? I think Ruben Bain can definitely go number 2. He can also go number 4. He can also go number 7. I can see him dropping. Or you can also even go number 9. I think he can see him drop, or 8. Like this 10 to 2 range, he can really go. So there's a lot of upside there for Ruben Bain, but there's definitely more surefire ability with his running game readiness. I think he's definitely one of the best running game stoppers in this draft class, right? He's not as raw. I think he'll be a very good pick. Whoa. Okay, I don't really see this happening. So the Saints take Sonny Styles. I don't hate this pick. Yeah, I can definitely see that too. The reason why Sonny Styles isn't going that high in some drafts is because his positional value plays linebacker. Linebackers off ball specifically do not play get drafted that high. So there's a lot of concern there. I can definitely see him going to New Orleans because you really need another linebacker. Again, like I said, Demario Davis is 37 years old. You're going to need another guy, and he can definitely play some. He's definitely going to be really good in the running game, and definitely has a bunch of upside in the passing game too. Former safety, was really good this year. Silent range. He's really good filling the gaps. I'm really high on Sonny Styles. I think he'll produce wherever he goes. I think definitely. He can definitely go like later, but he definitely go here. So I don't hate this pick at all either. The Chiefs take Jeremiah Love. Definitely should do this if he's available. People say the Saints are going Jeremiah Love too, so I can definitely see that. But if he falls tonight, I think you should take him. If someone like Bain or Reese is not available, or Bailey is not available, you should definitely go Love. And you're gonna need a guy who needs a great home run threat ability. He's definitely like. I think prospect rank for Jeremiah Love is too high. Like, I think he can definitely go lower in prospect rank, right? Like lower as in like the lower down. He can definitely go like, I think I have him like number 4 or 5 in my prospect ranks, right? And he is so good. He is so good. I think that in terms of just ability to wreck a game is so high with his home run throw ability of just taking something to the house. He's so big. The big running back drop off is insane. It's not as big as some people anticipated. I still think it's pretty big. There's no really other first round running backs besides Jeremiah Love. And I think Jeremiah Love can 100% dominate here. So I really like Jeremiah Love here. Really good in the pass game. You're gonna need some more help for Patrick Mahomes. Not the worst idea in the world. The Dolphins take Mansour Delane. The Bengals take Mansour Delane. I would say they do this. If Caleb Downs is available at 10, I think you definitely take Caleb Downs here, but he's not. So Mansour Delane, get a number 1 lockdown corner. He's really good. There's problems with his arm length, so that can maybe have him falling. But I think he definitely has produced wherever he's gone. So why not take the risk there? I think he's been very good basically every single game. And he has such a good eye for the ball. He's so good at tracking it. It's just a really good sound prospect. So I don't hate this pick at all. The Dolphins take Jermon McCoy. I like this too. I think Jermon McCoy can see some very like falling. This guy has him first as prospect rank. I think he's more second because you haven't seen him this year. I think Delane should be number 1. But I could definitely see Jermon McCoy going to 11. The Dolphins room is completely depleted, and like I said, Jeff Backley has a lot of background with his defensive backs, and his defensive backs have done pretty well in the NFL. I mean, you signed X last year, and that was really good pick. And Jermon McCoy, he obviously off the ACL. You definitely see these type of guys falling, but I definitely see him going top 10 or top 15. I can definitely see him going top. He's obviously in the first round, but top 15, top 20, definitely go there. The Browns take Jordan Tyson. I 100% like this pick too. If the Browns get 12 and 20, they can definitely take Jordan Tyson here. I 100% like this, right? Jordan Tyson, there's concerns with his injury history. He's playing like maybe 75% of the snaps in college because he's injured so much. But when he's on the field, he's so good. He has great speed. He has elite catch. He's elite at the catch point. He is so good at just everything he can do. There's not really one weakness he's had his availability, and the best ability is availability. So that's definitely a bad thing. Plus the future research, number 12 overall and 2 second-round picks in exchange for number 6 overall. Wow. Okay, so two future second-round picks. That's an interesting thing to trade for. I would have asked for 20 and just nothing else, 12 and 20, and just get more if you don't believe that, and maybe a second. I think it's a little too low, but hey, man, it is what it is. Jordan Tyson goes here. Great pick, great value for the pick. They get it. The Rams take Francis Mauigoa. Definitely think so too. I definitely think you can go here. I would have liked Mekhi Lemon here because he's available, but Mauigoa again, real great ability. He has him ranked as second rank position as offensive tackle. So obviously Fano being number 1. I think he's number 1 and Fano is number 2. But I think Mauigoa can be so good, and He is such a great, with having seen gone, he has such a great chance of stepping in and being that guy. I think definitely play offensive tackle. People saying he can move to guard. I think he's definitely an offensive tackle too. He has flexibility, not like Blake Miller or Monroe Freeling, where he has to stay at tackle. He can definitely stay at guard. Or move, sorry, definitely stay at tackle or move to guard if needed to be. But today he goes 13. I like that a lot. The Ravens take Big Ione. I think this is a sneaky pick too. I think there's so much floor of how well he can be. I think he's so reliable. It's just such a great pick. It's not gonna be the flashy pick, but I think Flaley needs to get out. And yeah, he's scheduled for free agency, and I don't think he needs to get re-signed there. I think he can definitely take a Big Ione. And maybe Linderbaum's gone too, so you're gonna need that. Guy gone. And Minter will probably go either offensive line or an edge, depending on how well these tackles or guards come off the board. But he's definitely my guard number one. I'm really high on him too. The Bucs take Keldrick Folk. I don't think I hate this as much as other people. I think Keldrick Folk has concerns with his pass rushing ability. There's not much. There's a good amount of floor, but there's not like there's. It kind of reminds me of Shamar Stewart, where he relies too much on his athleticism, and he has a lot of different problems with his passing, rushing, and how he relies too much on his athleticism. But he'd definitely be a good high run stopping floor for this guy, and they need edge too. But he will definitely bring immediately good run defense, and he's a young guy too, so you can definitely see him go. Really high at 15, maybe even 9. I've seen people mock my 9, but I don't think that's a little too impulsive. Jets take Peter Woods. I've seen Peter Woods go down a lot. I'm not big into that hype. I can definitely see Peter Woods go like 9 or like 14, but today he goes 16. People have mocked him 25. Some people have him out of the first round, which I find crazy. I think he can definitely go really high in the draft. There's a lot of variation with him, but he definitely can slip, and he's so good. This production. This problem is it was a little bit of regression each year, and he was so good, so dominant as a freshman. It was just sophomore year got a little worse, but it was still pretty good. And then junior year was not that great. But that entire defense and team in general just wasn't good. That team was projected to be like college football championship hopeful, right? But it really didn't work out. So, but they have some good talent. Blake Miller, they have Avon Terrell, they have Peter Woods. They have a lot of those guys. TJ Parker, all of these guys can definitely be great quality NFL players. I think Peter Woods can 100% fit that mold. And you need a Quinton Williams replacement here. So, like that pick. On to the next one. The Lions take Avion Terrell, 100%, another Clemson guy who has the real upside of doing it. He's playing a little bit of a smaller guy. People don't really like him because he's 5'11", 180. He can definitely play nickel or boundary. He's so good. He has such a great nose for the ball. He can knock it out. He's so good. He's so violent. He's really like the Mekhi Lemon of corners. He's just so good. And other guys are hitting free agency, and some other draft picks have missed, like Kirby Joseph has missed. I know Brian Branch, you took him in the second round, but he's definitely playing really good, but he just tore his Achilles or ACL, so you don't know how long he's going to be there. You're going to need secondary here. I know people really like offensive tackle, but maybe you can push that off a little bit. I definitely like that too. Maybe I'll start going corner here too. I like that pick. Caleb Banks going to the Vikings. I definitely think that too. The sample size was very, very small. It was really, really small in 2025, but in the Senior Bowl, he was throwing around people. The potential is there, right? Potential is there. The bones are there. You just need to bring it all together. You gotta make sure he doesn't get injured. You gotta make sure he stays healthy. You gotta make sure he actually produces. And this team needs a defensive tackle. Some guys are hitting free agency here. Some guys just aren't working out. So I think taking him here is not the worst idea in the world. You can definitely watch out for Dylan Thiedemann or Emmanuel McNeil Warren. These guys can definitely go at 18, or even someone like Brandon Cisse can go here too. There's a lot of variation here, but this team needs defensive line, and I think Brian Flores, being so highly paid and just a genius like he is, could definitely go at 18 here. The Panthers to Cassius Howell. I think there's a little bit of impulsive too. I think Cassius Howell is a little bit of a reach. I think he's more of a late, like a 30s type of guy. I think he definitely go in the 30s. He doesn't really have much upside he has a bunch of upside as a pass rusher, but his rush defense gets a little concerning sometimes, and his arms are really short. Like if he's under the 30 range, he can really fall. And I just think that they need maybe one more playmaker. I definitely think if Kenny Sadiq's available, why would you risk your shot on Cassius Howell and why don't you take Kenny Sadiq here? Or TJ Parker's here too. I like TJ Parker more. I think he has more upside as a run stopper, and it's already there more as a run stopper. And his arms are a little better, and he just produced a lot as a freshman, so maybe you take him here. Cassius Howell's an older prospect. TJ Parker's a younger prospect. There's much more to TJ Parker than I am on Cassius Howell. But I do like Cassius Howell. His pass rushing is really good. He's very good off the edge. He's great explosiveness. He might be a DPR, designated pass rusher, but definitely will be a decent pick for a team that lacks edge side ability. The Cowboys take CJ Allen. I like this pick too. I think CJ Allen is a little bit overrated sometimes. I think he definitely has flashes of being a great run stopper and a very good big thumper, but in terms of pass blocking, pass stopping, he gets a little lost in the sauce, and he looks a little slow sometimes, and it just gets a little sloppy sometimes. So on these smaller guys like slot receivers or running backs, he gets some of these mixed coverages, he gets a little sloppy, but he can be really good as a run stopper. So maybe taking him is not the worst idea, but the Cowboys need some more upside on linebacker, so it's not the worst idea in the world with Sonny Styles off the board. The Steelers somehow find a way to get Mekhi Lemon. It's 100% a great pick. Mekhi Lemon was so good this year. Won the Blitnikoff. Is really good, and you saw how depleted this team was without DK Metcalf and how there was not really a number one guy. Taking Mekhi Lemon here is a great pick, and I wouldn't hate this pick at all. If he falls here, take him. No strings attached. Chase Pasantes goes here. I think Chase Pasantes is more of he's really good at the pass pro, but at run pro he's a little rough. I think he's more of a day 2 type of guy. I think he's a late second or mid to late second, or I don't know. I'm not as high as it. I'm really struggling with my words today. I'm not as high on him as I am Emmanuel Pregnon. I think Emmanuel Pregnon is really good. He's really produced wherever he's gone. I think people are overlooking that, even though he's an older prospect. I think Chase Pasantes has a little more to be developed, and if you immediately throw him in, because you will, you're not going to throw in Mekhi Becton or Zion Johnson back in there. So taking Chase Pasantes, he's probably going to be an immediate starter. I think that'll be a little more of a reach. I think you definitely, if you want to do that guard area, maybe go Caleb Lomu, move him into guard, and he'd be a swing tackle if Slater or All gets hurt, because Slater gets injured a lot, so you can maybe put him there, or Proctor. There's just so much better options than Pasantes here. I think Pasantes, you can get him in the second round for much less capital. So I think this is a giga reach. I'm not a huge fan of this. The Eagles take Caden Proctor. Definitely can see him going here too. Caden Proctor plays so big. He plays so good for his size. He just has a little problems with his technique. He doesn't move very well laterally, so there's problems with there. But he definitely has size, so you can't really you can't really get this. Can't really get a size up more, right? But he plays so good. I think he definitely play interior line, and the Eagles have a good history of developing an interior offensive line, so I don't hate that pick at all. The Browns take Monroe Fielding, so they get their wide receiver and they get the tackle. Monroe Fielding is my position ranked 3rd for a tackle. He's so good. He's so nimble. He's so good off the jump. There's a problem with his footwork sometimes, or his hand placement, but I think he's so lengthy and has the perfect frame for a tackle. It's not too big, not too small, and it has great height. So he definitely can go here too. They need offensive tackle. I think every single starting offensive lineman for the Browns is hitting free agency. They're gonna be expending a lot in offensive tackle, especially with Tom Monken, who's an offensive guy. You definitely want a protection for Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur or whoever is going to be that quarterback in the future. So definitely like that. The Bears take Kenny McDonald. Great idea of rush stopping. I think he'd definitely be a crazy run stopper. He's so good as a nose. The Bears need run stopping defense. It was really bad at the start, and even towards the end, it was really bad too. So taking a good run stopping guy is good as well, and you can develop him into a pass rusher. So don't hate that pick at all. The Bills take Omar Cooper Jr. He's also getting some first round buzz. I like Omar Cooper Jr. than I do Malachi Fields. I think Omar Cooper Jr. has so much versatility. He can play literally anywhere he wants. Slot, XC, anything, right? And this wide receiver class is sneaky good too. So maybe you can snag him in someone like Malachi Fields and take a man like McNeil Warren. But definitely Omar Cooper Jr. can go here. And you need a threat for Josh Allen, who does not have a true wide receiver one, because those guys have missed. So he's not the greatest wide receiver prospect in this draft class, but I'm very high on him. I think he can produce in the NFL. So don't hate that pick at all. The 49ers take Denzel Boston. I think I like this more than Omar Cooper Jr., but I think Omar Cooper Jr. fits the mold better for the Bills a little better. Omar Cooper Jr. is more like a guy who can play anything. It's kind of like a Stephon Diggs guy, right? Actually, perfect. Stephon Diggs. I didn't even read that. Stephon Diggs. So I don't hate that pick at all. But Denzel Boston for the 49ers is honestly better than Omar Cooper Jr. for the 49ers, because you need that big number one guy. You haven't really had that big number one big guy, right? You've always had a number one guy, right? Ayuk at one point was, Deebo Samuel was, obviously Jerry Rice was back in the day, really back in the day. Crabtree, obviously, but they don't really have that like big guy. So I think Denzel Boston can definitely develop into that like guy they rely on so much, especially with how explosive that offense can be. You definitely see Sadiq here, but I think Denzel Boston is really, really good. And he's so good at the catch point. He doesn't have elite separation, but in terms of catch point and his size and frame, he can be a really true number one dominant receiver with how tall he is and how great he was at UW. So I think definitely go Denzel Boston here if he's available. I don't hate that pick at all. The Texans take Caleb Loma. I don't hate this pick at all either. He has definitely ability to play swing tackle or offensive tackle. I would prefer him to move into guard. I think he's more of a guard. He's a little slow sometimes, but he definitely get down. And is really strong. His play strength is really good, so I think he can definitely work on that. But it's really good. He offers offensive tackle as a swing, so he can really do whatever he wants there. So it's a great pick for the Texans, who really struggled with their offensive line last year. So not the worst idea in the world. The Rams take Casey Concepcion. Don't hate that pick at all either. I think he's so good. He play in the slot for a pretty good receiving core if they decide to pick him up. The Rams really need a slot guy. There's not much firepower, and you might as well get the MVP some help. You can definitely see going corner here, but I think the corners, regardless, is marginal. You can see Brandon Cisse, but marginal upgrade over Zane Durant. I think Zane Durant hasn't been as bad as some people have advertised, but Casey Concepcion here, it's not the worst idea in the world. You definitely go these type of guys. So really like this pick here too. Once Devontae Adams is eventually gone and retired or wherever he leaves, you can definitely move him as wide receiver too. And he offers a lot of upside as a punt returner, because the Rams special teams was terrible that year, especially with that like drop punt towards the end, did terrible. So he definitely has upside as a punt returner. So definitely not the worst idea in the world. The Broncos take Kenyon Sadiq. 100% like this pick. He's really high on my board too. I think they need another pass catcher guy, and he can play on the outside too. He's not a great blocker, but he's really good and has home run threat ability. Really good hands. I like his pick a lot, and gives Bo Nix a little more help as a pass catcher. They don't really have a number one wide receiver here too, but this guy can basically, he's like a wide receiver tight end hybrid, right? He's really good. So he has his great pick, and a great pick here. Not the worst idea in the world. This is a little interesting. So they take Max Aignor. Max Aignor is very, very big, but he doesn't have much experience playing football. I think he's from Nigeria or something. He's very, very big. He plays very, very good. He's a lot of athleticism, but he needs a lot more technique for funnification. I think he fits better at a tackle position. Like a second round tackle position than a first round guy. I think he definitely needs to be a little more refined, but you can definitely see him in the first round. I think this is a little impulsive, especially with how big this team is. But yeah, Morgan Moses, maybe you can develop this guy. So I think he can definitely play some good, get some good reps in New England, and they really need an offensive line. Really make compare. The Seahawks take Colton Hood. Again, not the worst idea in the world. I would have liked Cisse a little more. I think a lot more maybe not upside, but a lot more testing and a lot more physical abilities. I think McDonald and that defensive coordinator will have a great job with him, but not the worst idea in the world. Sorry guys, I'm a little under the weather, so sorry if I sound like it. But quarterbacks Josh Jobe and Reek Woolen are set to hit free agency. I definitely see that too. I don't see Emmanuel Warren if they let Kobe Bryant walk. Definitely another pick, or Dylan Thielman. But Colton Hood goes here. Not the worst idea in the world. I just prefer Brandon Cisse. But anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this guy. Mock draft. Shout out to Josh Edwards again for this mock draft. Let me know if you guys have any issues or any thoughts. Thank you guys always for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.